At the start of COVID, the Angle began exposing the dangers of the United States remaining in the World Health Organization. It's also particularly terrible that China and the WHO did so many things to help this pandemic spread to our shores. Remember, China is co-founder of the World Health Organization, and it provides an enormous amount of funding to it. They seem to be pulling all the strings.
The WHO couldn't be trusted. They still can't be trusted.
Well, lucky for all of us, today is the day the U.S. has finally quit the corrupt World Health Organization. Here to weigh in is Dr. Bhattacharya, NIH Director. All right, Dr. Bhattacharya, that's like a trip down memory lane. I mean, you were on the show, so often during those horrible dark years of COVID. Why is this so important that this finally happened after Trump announced he'd do this a year ago?
Well, it took a year because there were essentially like legal obligations staying for a year. You have to make the announcement, and then a year later you get to pull out. Why is it important? Because the WHO absolutely failed during the pandemic. And you said, Laura, you absolutely nailed it. They pushed the line that China pushed on the world, on the lockdowns, on hiding COVID origins, the whole host of things where they utterly failed. And if you look around the world, are they actually serving the purpose they're supposed to serve? Have they really helped make the world healthier? Is U.S. participation in this organization going to make Americans healthier? I think we all know the answer to that question. The answer is absolutely not. And so I'm tremendously happy that this is happening. I mean, I do think we need to have cooperation with countries around the world, and the Trump administration is working to make sure that we have those bilateral agreements in place for that kind of health cooperation. But we don't need the WHO as an intermediary, essentially to push Chinese interests on the American people.
And Time Magazine, Dr. B, consulted with health experts over this decision to cut ties with the WHO. So the Center for Infectious Disease Research Policy Director, Michael Osterholm, you know him, called Trump's withdrawal one of the most penny-wise and billion-dollar foolish moves he could think of, saying we're squandering huge opportunity, knowledge, information sharing for what?
Well, it's not a question of money, Laura. It's a question of competence, and it's a question of the health interests of the American people. If you have an organization whose track record includes pushing lockdowns, covering up for the Chinese role in the origins of COVID, in essentially taking the Chinese line on topic after topic after topic, pushing still to this day, pushing like lockdown policies that plagued Americans for years.